Job ain't finished. Job ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to by Eric Haynes, the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Make sure you unmute, Nick.
All right, here we are. Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com, your number one source for Chiefs news. I'm your host, Nick Athan, alongside my producer extraordinaire, Mr. Hense Todd. What's up, Hense? We're having some glitching issues. Hold on.
Is you back?
I'm back. Can you hear me? Hello. Yep, we're still glitching.
All right, guys. I'm about to roll the sponsors. I don't think we can hear Nick, so I'm gonna go in and roll the sponsors.
The deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor.
Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics. Roll tape.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Nolan Road in Independence. Stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Nolan Road at 1214A South Nolan Road and down on 40 Highway Nolan Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell with a C, electronics.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family, that is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. and you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the Chiefs Blitz.
Welcome back, guys. Sorry for the technical.
All right. Can you hear me now?
What are you doing, Dre? Come on. What was that?
What I did, I had to reload it because I want to make sure I'm sweet now. Gotta make sure I'm sweet. I had to reload it too. You ain't the only one reloading. I had to reload too, man.
It's gotta be Friday. A lot of glitches. Apologize for that, people.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. We in here today. Lou was like,
he about to call him sweet.
He was about to say, it's a proud sponsor. Tell me.
Yeah, you were on super drive.
He was on super fast mode. Nick was on mute. Dre restarting. But hey, that's all part of the show, guys. And that is we all ready to get the show started on the road. But how you guys doing today?
I think it's KC. Is there a KC Power and Light?
There is.
There is. Okay, it's their fault.
All right, we'll blame KC Power.
I would. Hey.
How we doing, folks? Let's go. All right, so
we're good.
We're a little bit over a week away from the big game. All the talk just continues. The narratives continue to kind of stick with the same thing as the fact that the Chiefs are the villains. The Chiefs are wearing the black hat. Sirianni is not a good coach. Saquon's the savior. All the bettors, the huge amount of even though the Chiefs are favored in the game by 1.5 points, I'm hearing like 70-80% of the money is coming in on the Eagles.
Yep, it is until they change that line.
And so it's nothing's changed really, but hey,
well, let's call it what it is, man. The Eagles look like they ready for redemption. They coming ready. They want to knock off the Kansas City Chiefs, Lou.
Oh,
we're not going Broncos too. No 3-peat, please. Broncos too. Say I'm tired of the Chiefs.
We got factor cap coming later, and one of our facts or caps is going to speak
what up,
directly
Bronco too? What's going on with your player?
That quarterback rematch.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think Hurst is ready. I do believe Hurst is ready.
I bet he is.
He's ready, man. That line is ready. That titan of a line is ready. That's what I'm saying. We'll see.
Speaking of ready, do you let's get right into the questions.
Do our topics.
Hot topics that I have for today. Speaking of being ready, can you see the Chiefs slowing down?
Lewis is ready.
He's ready.
Can you see the Chiefs slowing down the Eagles' loaded offense? Lou, let's get right.
We were kind of talking about it just before we started. I think the game plan coming in, I think, is going to center around Saquon Barkley. And I would imagine you're going to try to make Jalen Hurts beat you throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think it's something like just looking at some different statistics and whatever. And I'm normally not a big statistical guy, but it's a pretty large sample of games where I think Spags, like 18 consecutive playoff games, they have not allowed a 100-yard rusher. As a matter of fact, I think Mixon was the last one. He had 88. And they've played guys like Derrick Henry and some of the other great backs in the league. Mixon when he was with Cincinnati. So that I think is going to be the game plan. Can they slow it down? I think they can slow it down enough to score more points than them for sure. They're still going to, I think they're still going to be effective moving the ball. It's just going to be, again, the situation, like, can the Chiefs step up, make the big plays, and I guess just roll the dice on the fact that you don't think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to beat you, or at least the odds of him beating you with his right arm are much lower than Saquon going off.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead now, Andre.
Honestly, like we was talking about it before the show, they're loaded. They're loaded. Their offense is loaded, and it starts with up front.
What was all them flashing lights, sir?
Don't worry about flashing on my end, sir. Don't worry about what's flashing. Let me speak, sir. Damn.
He's trying to illuminate his soul.
Yeah, because
Casey's
I'm a guy of many colors and many. Hey, listen. Many
Casey's finest knocking at the door.
Hey, listen. To hell with them. And so here's the thing. It's the offensive line for me, man. It's like you got to penetrate the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You penetrate the offensive line. I do believe the Chiefs can get busy. They can get it done. You got to penetrate that offensive line first, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't get to Hurts and you can't get them penetration, the Eagles are going to eat. Shaquan going to run havoc, man. So,
what about you, Nick?
I think for me, if it just kind of depends. Do the Eagles fall in the trap with trying to make Hurts a thrower and abandon the run a little bit? I think Spags is going to have a pretty good plan for Barkley, and I think that he shut down a lot of really great running backs this year. And really, nobody has just had a special day. And I think the Chiefs, have all of their horses on the defensive line. Their linebackers are playing well. The corners and safeties are, supporting the run. But to me, do they do the Lamar Jackson thing? Do they just try to go toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes in the passing game and kind of junk their running game? And I think there's going to be a real temptation to do that, to be honest with you, because of the ego of the head coach. And let's go toe to toe with Mahomes. Let's try to win a different way. And maybe it backfires, maybe it doesn't, but that would not shock me one bit. But either way, Spags is going to have the answer.
George got to get busy.
Yeah, I feel like
George got to get busy, man.
I feel like they'll be ready. I feel like they'll be ready to go. Ready to go with it, no matter what happens out there. But let's hear from Saquon Barkley what he had to say.
Whoever plays us next, good luck. Whoever plays us next.
He said, "Whoever plays us next, good luck." So, hey, if that's on repeat all day in a defensive line room. In a linebacker room, I'm having this on repeat.
Whoever plays us next, good luck. Whoever plays us next, good luck.
Let us sleep.
That's confidence. That's confidence. I mean, I can't knock the man's confidence.
You sleeping with it in your head, Chris Jones. You sleeping in your head, Trey Fountain, because he said, hey, whoever plays us next, good luck. Like you guys ain't been here before. Shaquan, you just now reaching greatness, right? You just now feeling greatness now. Your team is finally doing something, right? It took you to leave the Giants to finally get something done. Now, can the Chiefs slow down the Eagles' loaded offense? Yes. If they can get past the Green Giant himself, number 77 on the Eagles offensive line, I feel like the Chiefs would get it done. You know what I mean? Because that guy there is a mauler. He's mauling out everything. Every game I watched, I said, God dang it, who was this tall tree out here just mauling everybody? But again, it's going to come down to Chris Jones. It's going to come down to Wharton and also Pennell, number 69, to get this done. Yeah. And I feel like they will get it done.
That's just confidence. That just kingdom confidence.
Anybody watching any of the Eagles games, it didn't take Saquon to have to say that. I mean, you just watch them mowing down every team they play. Now, obviously, they haven't played the Chiefs this season, so it might be a little bit different. Their game plan is going to be, I truly believe that's going to be it, is they're going to just try to squash Saquon and make Jalen Hurts beat them. But I don't think there's any chance, just because of the way they've played pretty much, I think, from game 4 or 5 on, that Kellen Moore has just decided, okay, the strength of our team is running the ball. We're going to use the offensive line. I don't know that they're going to go out of their way to change. I think it would be more so the change would be to kind of maybe keep the Chiefs off balance early on. But I don't know that they're going to live in the passing game. They'll keep trying to run the ball, even if it's not successful.
Well, my guy Ruben said, Pat is not let a running back beat us.
Yes, he will.
Ain't no running back.
I believe Shaquan is him. I'm going to put some respect on Shaquan, man.
Is Patrick going to play defense this game?
Right.
I mean, right. Good point.
Lou, you hear that? It sounds like somebody's jumping off the quarterback's ram, and now they're jumping on the running back's lap. It's that man to your left, man to your right or left, Lou.
Get your left and right together, sir. No, I'm just calling what it is. Saquon Barkley's him. Saquon Barkley's him.
Now it's Saquon, Lou.
Well, if you recall, and this was kind of telling, and maybe it was the league just doing this, right. But going into championship weekend, they had a poster, and they had Patrick, they had Josh, they had Jaden Daniels, and the Eagles picture was not Jalen Hurts, it was Saquon Barkley. So you talk about a little bit of a slap in the face. Quarterback-driven league, whatever. No, we're putting Saquon on the poster. But no, I mean, hey, I think he's good with that. I think he's fine in terms of Jalen Hurts, and I think they know that Saquon's going to drive the bus, and they're going to want to get him rolling quickly. Now, where I do agree with Nick is if after the first 2 or 3 drives, if they do kind of start to shut Saquon down, and the ball goes into Jalen Hurts' hands, and he doesn't hit a few passes like early, some big plays, then it's going to start tightening up. Then we can start talking about that quarter between the cheeks and not really being able to fit.
Quarter between the cheeks. Hey, look. But you know what? Jalen Hurts plays at a high level in big games, though. That's one thing I know about Jalen.
Last time they played
at a high level.
That's the best.
Do you know
game
how close they were to losing to the Los Angeles Rams at home?
Rams was high though. Rams was high.
I feel like this, guys. Yes, it was a close game, but they was all rookies. Yeah. These are seasoned vets.
You can say the same. The Chiefs live in 1-score games, so you can say that about anybody.
Last time they played, Hurts did put up a 3 in the possible against Kansas City. I'm just
played
saying.
arguably the best game of his career in that game.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't. Maybe it's not even arguable. I think that was the best game of his career overall. Passing, running, just leading the team. He just he had one really, really bad play, and that ends up at the end probably costing him the game.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. He played at a high level.
Well, I know you guys seen the title of the show. It said, what more does he need to do? We talking about Andy Reid today, guys. The guy
I know we're talking about Coach Dre.
the guy
I appreciate the love, guys. I appreciate the love, man. It's cool.
What more does he need to do?
Right.
I know Lou is more in detail, so more of this question is for Lou. But yeah, before we can get into Andy Reid's questions of the day, I want to ask Lou this. What was the color of Andy Reid's suit at his first Chiefs press conference, Lou?
The suit?
What the?
I know for a fact he was wearing a red tie. There's no question about that. I'm a little colorblind when it comes to like navy and black. I'd like to say it was black with a red tie. So that's my final answer.
Dre, he looked like he's searching it up.
Don't ask me, man. Because listen, his first suit.
Well, what about you, Nick?
Yeah, all the Chiefs in Super Bowl 54. All the Chiefs brass, the coaches, Andy Reid wore the traditional Hank Stram black blazer with the Chiefs logo and the red tie.
Are you talking Super Bowl or just when he was hired?
When he was first, his first press conference. His first press conference.
Absolutely. Black suit, red tie.
Yeah.
Both of y'all wrong. It was all gray.
Oh,
a great.
I thought you were talking about Super Bowl 54.
It was a light gray with the red. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I have a cover of that somewhere.
Oh snap, man! Bo, that's crazy, man. That's a good question. You asked, you stumped everybody.
You threw me off, brother.
That's crazy.
I thought you were talking about Super Bowl 54.
I finally got Luke.
Yeah.
Right. Great.
As soon as you said that, I can see that. I see the picture now.
White shirt. Yep.
Which isn't a good look for him. Usually, if you wear black, it's kind of slimming. A light gray on Big Red makes him look really big. Yeah,
light gray with a Chiefs
light coat and light gray, just a pinch of red. It brings everything on out. It's amazing. Hey, I'm just saying.
Speaking of Andy Reid, was Andy Reid 9-hour interview worth it all? Luke.
Now you're talking about the initial
in Philadelphia
job interview on the plane, the whole thing. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it could have been much better. The results to this point. I mean, arguably, for a guy if you look at it as two separate careers, it doesn't get any better. I mean, to be I think he went to like 4 straight NFC championships. They won one of those games. They ended up losing in the Super Bowl. But then to come to another job and to have this run, I don't think there's any question it was worth it all. Yeah, it was probably undervalued. Whatever they've paid him has been.
Yeah, at the time it wasn't that much. It was like $5.5 million a year.
The coaching salaries have really skyrocketed probably over the last 5 years. But yes,
I don't know.
Absolutely worth it.
I don't know how many people know the backstory, but the bottom line was this. This was Scott Pioli was the general manager at the time, and Clark Hunt had wanted to hire somebody else besides Todd Haley. And there was an interview that was supposed to take place with Mike Shanahan. And for whatever happened, Pioli, who's really close with Bill Parcells, wanted one of his proteges, which was Todd Haley. We all know that turned out to be a stupid hire.
Very close.
So
his wife's dad.
His wife's dad. So Clark basically told Scott, "You're sitting this one out. I'm going to hire who I want." And they're inside the terminal in Philadelphia, and the Arizona Cardinals private jet is waiting for Andy because he was supposed to meet with the Cardinals after Kansas City.
You're damn right.
And at one point, I think it was Mark Donovan, the team president, who also knew Andy Reid very well from his days in Philadelphia, told the jet to go. And Clark Hunt made the move, got a terrific head coach. I think at the time they paid him $5.5 million for 5 years. Now, obviously, he's closer to $20 million, and that's what Super Bowl wins will get you. But I don't think there was ever a doubt that Andy was going to take the job. The issue was, he had some personal stuff going on with his family. He wasn't sure he wanted to. He thought about sitting out a year, but Clark Hunt made such a compelling story. Line for Kansas City.
One of his sons committed suicide.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it wasn't a great time for the Reid family. He left the Eagles on good terms, so there was no issue there. It was time for the change for them. And kudos to Clark Hunt and Mark Donovan. They sold the deal, and the rest is history.
I heard a rumor Coach Dre was in charge of the plane that day and got there late.
Hey, honestly,
he let the air out of the tires.
Andy Reid walked up the steps and was like, "Oh, Clark Hunt, I was expecting the Bidwells."
Hell yeah, Brian Giles, man, what's going on, BG?
But I think that was Clark's way of telling Pioli, "You're fired."
Yeah. He said, let go about 4 days later.
Hey, real quick, BG said, "Man, Chiefs will love to stick it to the Eagles once again." He said 27-20. All right, BG. Yeah. Nah, he should have been. He should have been with Cardinal. He should have been the Cardinal. Do you know how close we was to getting y'all people? We had no close the Cardinals was to being. We would have had our own kingdom in Arizona. We would have been talking about the Cardinals. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes was going to Arizona. We had it. Y'all stole it from us, man.
What does that tell you?
That's
Dre?
the reason you hate the Chiefs, huh?
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Be on time.
Be on time. Actually, be 15 minutes early.
The Chiefs be stealing players from teams, man. Like Worthy. Now you took BA, you took Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs just they're diabolical, man, because spread the wealth, damn it. Spread the wealth.
That's business, sir. That's business.
Okay, well. That's all right. That's all right.
Well, speaking of the Eagles, will Andy Reid get the best of his former team once again? Come Super Bowl Sunday.
I think if you look at the history
now, okay.
I think if you look at the history of coaches that go after, play a team they've already beaten in the Super Bowl, they're undefeated. So the odds are good. He beat San Francisco twice. He's got a good chance to beat the Eagles twice. I don't think he looks at it as his former team. I just think he looks at it as the next opponent up. And, based on what we saw the first time these two teams played, the Chiefs were ready to go. They were prepared. They practiced in pads for 4 days. The Eagles only practiced in pads once. Now, I'm assuming that their regime is going to change a little bit. this go round. But Andy is. I read some stuff today. A lot of people think that Nick Sirianni can outcoach Andy Reid.
I don't know about that shit.
I as optimistic as an Eagles fan could be or should be, because this team's playing really well right now. I can't buy that statement one bit. Andy Reid's the best coach in the NFL. Steve Spagnuolo is the best defensive coordinator. Those two guys can outmatch any coach. And there are, Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator, has never beaten the Chiefs. I mean, there's just, from a coaching perspective, if that's what's the deciding factor, Chiefs will win this football game.
Yeah, I'd like to know who's writing or saying that, to say that that's somebody that's been in the league as a head coach for 4 years.
A lot of Eagles bloggers
is going to outcoach arguably the best coach ever. That would be a big one. Now, I think he probably has overall, top to bottom, the better roster. That doesn't always get you a win. It didn't last time. So yeah, I wouldn't hold.
I can't imagine.
I don't think the Chiefs have had a better roster in any of their 3 Super Bowls.
No, probably not. I mean, if you really top to bottom, if you really look at it, they're, and it's not like there's this huge gap and the Chiefs have a bunch of bad players. No, we're not saying that. What we're saying is that I think man for man in terms of all pros and Pro Bowl guys that have made the Pro Bowl, and there's just more, right? And they're just higher level type players, but it's not by much. It's very close. Again, the key to the Chiefs is they know how to play the game within the game. Whatever game is going on that particular day, whatever needs to be done, they're more prepared than you are, and they're better at it than you are. And a lot of it is just reps and experience in those situations. But the bottom line is, there's no way they've got a coaching edge. That I won't agree with. No.
There's too many big moments in Andy Reid's career, like as far as like him being the Chiefs coach, that I would definitely disagree with whoever wrote that statement. Andy Reid in big games come up big, man. He come up with some of the best plays, man, down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter. So again, that whoever wrote that don't really know Andy Reid.
But if you go back in history and you look at Coach Reid's first 4 or 5 years in the league, they were saying a lot of the same things that they're saying about Sirianni about Coach Reid, is that he'd get in the big games and he would mismanage the clock or decisions and situational football, where I think all that stuff really, I guess that experience has made him like elite at it, where he just took that as, okay, these are all learning situations. I know better now. And you shouldn't question anything that happens in a Chiefs game, because they're usually on point, on top of it, and have the right guy in the right place making the right play.
Exactly. So again, like you said, Lou, Andy Reid had to learn from his mistakes in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, lead him to the Kansas City Chiefs. He learned from his mistakes and he fixed them. But I'm not saying he can't go out there and get the job done in the Super Bowl Sirianni. I'm just saying, but as far as the overall picture, he's not nowhere near. He's nowhere near
unbeatable.
Right,
he's just prepared, and if whatever game presents itself, that's the way they're going to play.
Ruben said Pat had something to do with that. So do you agree Pat was the one? So Pat was the one that actually stopped the whole deal.
Anything.
He's the equalizer,
right? And that's why that the difference in overall roster is a little bit of a misnomer, because you've got the ultimate cheat code with the ball in his hands.
Hell yeah!
So
BG says
is the difference between Patrick and Jalen Hurts enough to overcome the overall roster piece of it?
Gotcha.
And the answer typically is a resounding.
You got the guy with the cheat codes and the guy that wrote all the cheat codes. And Andy Reid.
Talk heavy. So BG said this real quick. Team ball players, check your egos at the door. That's what the Chiefs are. It wasn't Mahomes. They check their egos at the door, man. They balled in.
With that said, if Andy Reid gets it done, because I believe he will get it done. You know, against.
Do you believe that, or the Q believes that?
I believe it. And, you know, when he gets it done, where does Andy Reid stand amongst all the greatest coaches in NFL history? Will he be number one? Number two behind Belichick. Where will he stand?
Where will he stand? He's still got Belichick, and he's got Shula ahead of him as far as all-time wins. I would have said probably 4 or 5 years ago that there's no way that Andy could catch Shula, but I'm wrong. I mean, if he coaches for another 3 more years, maybe 4, and they average, with the playoffs included, 15 wins, yeah, he's going to hit that mark and surpass it, and he'll be number one all time. Whether he can catch Belichick for number of Super Bowls remains to be seen. But, you know, I think, I know Andy doesn't give a crap about any of that stuff. He doesn't care about stats. He doesn't care about numbers. You know, when his career is over, he'll reflect back and say, hey, I did a pretty good job. He's already cemented his residency in the NFL Hall of Fame. All he cares about right now is just winning the next game. And that's been his mentality and his mantra since he got here. But if when they three-peat, I think the conversation is valid that he is among the greatest coaches of all time. And just the totality of the opportunity and every single domino that has had to fall since the Super Bowl against the Eagles to the Super Bowl against the 49ers, the regular seasons, the playoff games, the fact they're sitting on this opportunity has a lot to do with Andy Reid. Mm-hmm. And it's just, this is why I'm enjoying watching. Even if I wasn't a Chiefs fan, I'm going to be honest with you, I would probably want to see it. I wanted to see the New England Patriots go undefeated and just shut the Dolphins up once and for all. And they came up a game short. And this is history. And I think Nate Burleson said it best on the CBS broadcast. You could dislike the Chiefs and you could be, upset with the fact that you think they get the calls or this or that, but just enjoy what you're witnessing. And for me, that's the best part of it, is just watching the fact that this team has gone through so much over the last 3 years to put themselves in this position to perhaps, chase history.
I think the perception is that the league has their finger on the scale and that kind of stuff. But I think that's typically like just a casual fan or somebody that really doesn't pay a ton of attention to the league. And it's just like, oh, it's Super Bowl time. We get to have this party, whatever. Oh, who's playing it? The Chiefs again? How do they keep getting there? It must be fixed, So that's again, it's just nonsense. If you really pay attention to the game, I think those fans do appreciate the fact. But the other side of it is, it seems like there wasn't a whole lot of time between the end of the Patriots' reign and the Chiefs, right? So now you've had like these two like extended dynastic runs by two teams, and it's like, what's going on? Why can't anybody beat these teams? So, but honestly, in order, as far as Reid, if his career were to end Sunday night after the game and he's hoisting the Lombardi again, you're going to have him in the top 3. And then it just depends on what you're gauging it on. I mean, he's got plenty of Super Bowls. He's got plenty of wins. He's got an amazing winning percentage. He's got amazing winning percentage in the playoffs. And they all rank near at the top. Shula's got the overall wins, which speaks to his longevity more than anything else. Now, he was a great coach, had the only undefeated team, no question about it. He had, arguably one of the best defenses in NFL history with the Colts, and somehow the Jets were able to beat him. So there's some things in his resume that don't look great either. Or he had Marino for how many years, and they got to 1 Super Bowl. So it's just whatever you like, whatever you want to fix it on. Who has the most Super Bowls? Well, then it's Belichick. Well, who has this?
I don't care, Lou. That's what they said.
But if you put it all together, all the positives and the players that he's developed, I think you got to have Coach Reid in the top 2, and he might not be 2.
Man, I asked this question at my job, man. I asked my boy. I was like, if the Chiefs don't three-peat, how would we look at the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I said it'll be a waste. I'll be pissed off as a player because we got a chance to make history, to go in three-peat. Something that's never been done. It's like, okay, they still gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs, but when you right there on the cusp of making history, that's something I would cherish for real. Like, ask Tom Brady, he would love to be 18-0.
Whatever, Jay. You go.
Like, think about this. Even though you got the ring, even though you are a good team, though, to go three-peat and make history is different. If Andy Reid was to win that championship and go and do a three-peat, I'd be cool if Andy Reid retires.
Whatever.
Well, there's no question.
If he does go repeat, Drake gonna say Joe Burrow's still the better quarterback.
something that's never been done. But I don't know, to go so far as to call it a waste. No one that has gone back to back has gone to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
no one's gotten. They've lost in the championship game. Some have not even made the playoffs. Some have lost in the divisional round. So
I like greatness, Bronco. Bronco.
They have made history at this point.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to be in the game. Of course, they're going to have every opportunity to win. They probably will win, but I don't know that you're going to be saying, well, geez, they lost a nail biter in the chance to three-peat. What a waste.
Nah, because you're making history, guys. We ain't talking about yet. The Chiefs going to be the Chiefs. I'm talking about if any team had a chance to three-peat, it's something that's never been done in the NFL.
Right.
I'm going for that. If you don't get that, it's a failure.
They already made history.
Yeah. They've already made history.
No team has done it.
Right.
They know that. Shula went undefeated. Shula went undefeated, right? And he made history by going undefeated, right?
14 what? 14-0?
14-0, right. Chiefs had a chance to go do a three-peat.
17
never been done, man. It could be the Bengals. It could be my Cardinals. It doesn't matter. To go in a three-peat is something that's never been done. I'm rooting for that. If they don't get it, it's a waste.
That is the obvious. That's been overstated.
It's a goddamn waste.
We know it's never been done before.
I'd be like,
we've been talking about it.
This damn team.
We've been talking about it since the last Super Bowl. I think you've been here for just about every show. So yeah, we got that. Okay,
at least we're good. We lost. We talking about, well, the Chiefs still great. No, we lost a chance to make history. Whatever.
But
I'll put it like this. I was
love it when these people from other fan bases that haven't won shit are now like, you wasted a season. You only won 2 in a row and got to the third.
Lou, it sucks. It sucks.
What a failure.
When's the last time the Cardinals got in the Super Bowl?
We ain't talking about the Cardinals, Lou. We're talking about the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs
last
right
time
there.
The Bengals got in the Super Bowl.
Well, the Bengals was good now. The Bengals did go, but San Francisco
and they went. Well, actually, it was LA, but was that a wasted season?
Yeah, what is? If we don't make history, it's a wasted season. Like 18-0, when the Patriots went 18-0, Brady still hurt. He still hurt. Right?
Lou, tell me about himself, please.
I don't give a damn what nobody say from out there, in here, out there. If y'all do not get a three,
this is the guy. This is the guy. No. Here it is. This is the guy that tells everybody else how to spend their money. I'm broke,
it's a waste, man.
But you all that are loaded, you should be doing this. You should be doing that.
If they do not get this damn three-peat, it's a waste. But Chiefs still a good team, guys. Chiefs are still a good team. The Kingdom, I get that. Kingdom, Mahomes is great, but to be greater, you got to go for that three-peat, man.
I'll put it like this.
Yeah, they're there. Yeah, hello. Yes, they're playing.
They made it. That's fine. That's beautiful. Y'all made it again. That's beautiful, right?
Lou, his camera ain't even agreeing with him. Well, I'll put it like this.
Damn the camera. I don't give a damn about this camera. You didn't give a damn. It's about the three-peat.
Can I ask the question?
Hey, come on, man. Put some sugar on this, man. Come on, man. Glaze the shit out this, man.
Where did Andy Reid stand? I would say, he done. Once you did something that nobody else ever done at your job, that makes you the what? The greatest, the genius, the one that ever you don't get it done. So if Andy Reid pulls this off, even though Belichick have his 7 rings, you know what I mean? It took him like another decade and some years later to get some more rings. But Andy Reid did this back to back and got it again. And you had to say he's the greatest. He is the greatest of all time. He is gonna be the one that stand there at the end. Because guess what, guys? He did that with the Philadelphia. He's still the winningest coach there. And guess what? He did something just like Tom Brady did, right? Tom Brady did something with the New England Patriots, got all them rings, Then he went to a separate team and still won there. And that's what Andy Reid did. He was winning. He was a winning coach there, getting the Eagles in the playoff, but he didn't get over the hump, right? But now he got his quarterback of his dreams and Patrick Mahomes.
The quarterback of his dreams.
That's what he said. That's what they say. I'm just saying what they said.
He's trying to call him sweet or something, man. Quarterback of his dream. Alex Smith was the quarterback. Now go ahead.
I think them headphones is a little crooked and tight. That's why you can't.
Don't talk about my blank man headphones, sir. These are quality. These are effort. These are ambitious headphones, sir.
You sure it wasn't Nick Foles?
But again, looking at that, man, when Andy Reid gets it done, I feel like it's gonna, it's gonna put them in that villain stage where the Chiefs are right now. They're a villain, and everybody's looking at them that way. But if we look at everybody saying the Chiefs is a villain, who is the greatest villain in the NFL history? Go ahead, Jay.
Me.
No,
wow. Okay.
I'm the goddamn villain. Nah, but honestly, the greatest villain, it has to be Brady. Yeah. It would have to be Brady. Brady is the ultimate villain. The New England Patriots and Tom Brady, man. They're the villain. Because like I said, everything, the Spygate, the flat football situation, all that craziness, man. I said it's just retarded, man. It's like, nah, I'm saying no disrespect. I'm saying like when you greatness, like we have greatness around you, yeah, they're gonna hate you. Tom Brady was hated.
Yeah, for me, job done. Yeah, for me, it's always going to be John Elway. Always.
That's a good one. That's a good one there, John Elway.
I hated everything about him. No offense, Broncos too. But he's like Patrick Mahomes. He did things with the football and with his legs.
Exactly.
The play was always clutch. He understood the moment. Going back and looking at his career afterwards, I mean, honestly, just effing brilliant. And I think that's
true, boy.
When you're living through it at the moment, you can just hate the guy. But if you look at it after the fact, decades later, he was just clutch, and he was also fun to watch. I mean, that drive against the Browns.
It was. So I'm laughing at the chat. Go ahead.
Nah, John Elway was a problem. He was a problem.
But during when he's playing the Chiefs, hated him. That's why that Montana game was still goes down as my top 3.
The amazing thing
games of all time
for me with Elway was it just always seemed like he elevated so much against the Chiefs, and then they go to the Super Bowl and lay an egg. And it was just
they won 2, right? With Elway?
Well, not till the end, and it was that was more like Terrell Davis and Shanahan's run game, and but when earlier in his career, like when it was on him, and he was like the guy. I mean, there was no questions asked that he kind of took over that team, and he was it when they were beating the Browns, and then a little bit later on they come in and beat the. I mean, it was just I didn't like him. But that would be my personal great. But as far as the greatest villain in NFL history, again, I'm going to date myself here. I don't think there's any question. It was, is, and always will be Al Davis. He was just he did things his own way. Nobody. I mean, unless you were on that team, I think you pretty much hated him. Now a lot of everybody, then there had to be some guy, I'd love to play for him, all this other stuff, whatever. But in terms of the NFL in general, nobody sued the NFL nobody thumbed their nose more at the commissioner than he did. Yeah. It was just a constant battle, whether he was going to move his team or a new stadium in some small city in California and hold them up for hostage. And, the Oakland this, Oakland that, and they moved to LA and we're going to go here. We're going to move there. That was your top. He was just evil.
I think Bronco too said Knicks is next, man. He's the next Elway, man. He said he's gonna be the one slaughtering y'all in the kingdom, man. He's the next Elway. Shout out to Bronco, man. Shout out to Bronco too, man. You hit it on the nail today, Bronco.
Stumping for his team.
That's right. Dog walk all through the kingdom, man. I support that.
But again,
hold on.
For me,
I think with Al Davis too. I mean, I get it.
Did he mute himself?
Hold on.
Yep.
Nick, mute yourself.
Yeah, he gonna say, hold on and mute himself.
I think the thing that I remember most about Al Davis was not the time that he came into the stadium about a year before he died in a walker and goes, "Am I welcome here?" And he, but, years before that, he paid for the funeral of Derek Thomas in Kansas City and also in Florida. Every day. He had such respect for Derek, and he would always kid him, "You're going to be a Raider someday. You're going to be a Raider someday." And that told a lot about Al Davis to me, that he would be willing to do that. So, yeah, he was the villain, but I thought that was an incredible amount of kindness to show a player that he respected, probably more than any other player that wasn't a Raider.
Right.
That's the thing is he was the greatest villain, and he may also have been the greatest catalyst.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what we say about Lamar or whatever, I don't know that merger happens quite as quickly as it does without Al Davis pushing the envelope.
But that's Davis, John Wade, Elway, Bo Nix, all these guys.
No one said Bo Nix.
Who said Bo Nix? Bo Nix live in your head rent free, Bo.
He just finished his rookie year. Come on.
No, somebody said it.
Come on, right.
He said it in the chat.
Who said it in the chat? Who said it?
Okay, well, he's not Elway yet. So
Broncos, you said it.
Yeah, I think he was just talking about Nick kind of like elevated. He's like the next one for.
Yeah, Broncos said offensive rookie of the year trash. They're talking about Bo Nix trash.
No one around here is saying he's trash. Trust me.
Well, I'll put it like this.
Elway trash?
Headphones. I'll put it like this, man. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? The greatest, when it's all said and done, ain't nobody went to 7 AFC championships. Ain't nobody done what this man done. It's this man and only this man, because everybody's scared to say his name. You got people out here saying it's the refs. It's Brittany Mahomes. It's Taylor Swift. It's all these other guys out here, but everybody's scared of Pat. Pat came here, changed the game, and he's been a villain ever since then. He's taking down your favorite team, super team, and turning them to pals. The pals of the bull crap. But again, Patrick Mahomes is the greatest villain when it's all said and done. He stood out there toe to toe with Tom Brady with no offensive line in front of him, and was still delivering darks
and got humbled. Yeah.
It still was delivering darks and still for getting everything done. We got rest his soul, Davis and everything else, you know what I mean? But you got the greatest villain right here. He is the villain. He is the man that everybody hates right now. Everybody's tired of watching the Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes. Everybody tired of watching the Chiefs because of Patrick Mahomes. Everybody watching food, tired of watching the State Farm commercial because of Patrick Mahomes. They don't want to, they stock probably dropping because nobody want to buy their insurance because the villain. Because everybody's tired of seeing this man win, and he just gets it done once again. I'm just saying, the villain is that man right there.
So he's overexposed? Is that what you're saying?
That's what they say. You go on Twitter, you search up Patrick Mahomes. There's all kind of memes of him kissing the refs.
At some point, we can't base all these things off of Twitter trolls and just social media.
Because
everybody's looking. No matter if you're any good at anything, it's like immediate, like just vile stuff going against you. I mean, just
absolutely
the smallest things get taken out of context. But no, I you can look at it that way. I just think Al, it was just over a prolonged period of time. But I had ultimate respect for the guy. But I just think he was like the biggest thorn in the side of the NFL.
Yeah, everybody, making memes about Patrick Mahomes sipping tea, the frog, and also his voice, and what I'm saying, oh, that's cool. I mean, it is what it is.
He's
an easy target. It's an easy target. That's all.
Because he's such a good dude, always well spoken, always gives credit to everybody else, doesn't take any for himself.
Kind of remind me of Joe Burrow a little bit. Kind of got that
almost. Yeah, kind of
got that Joe Burrow in. Yeah.
Joe Burrow can play better than Sam Darnold in the Pro Bowl.
Go.
He didn't have an opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Be mindful of that clock, Hensley.
All right, man. Don't be talking like Chris Canty, man. I can't stand Chris Canty.
That timer out there for him.
God damn.
Right. So with that said, man, let's get it let's get rid of what you guys probably been waiting for. Add on some more of your time. Let's get right into Factor Cat. What you got for
you meant for sure you were going to bring in the sponsors, because that's certainly what everybody's waiting for. All right, let's go, gang. It's that time on Fridays. We're going fact or cap. I'm going to read a series of statements that might, again, I always say it, probably just interesting to me, but give it to you guys to let me know, fact, cap, and then why you feel that way. So Here we go. I think somebody mentioned it earlier in terms of the coaching in the AFC West. Recently, one Pete Carroll, 73 years old, named the head coach of those Las Vegas Raiders. So now you look at this division. I think Bronco too was referring to this. Coach Reid, Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton, and Pete Carroll, all Super Bowl, all have been in the Super Bowl, all have won Super Bowls, right? It's the oldest, I believe, division that maybe there's ever been. And certainly, I think the winningest division that there's ever been, for sure. You might think they're going to rename it the AARP division for those of you that are scoring at home or playing at home. That's what does AARP stand for, Nick? Do you know? Nick has muted himself again. Okay,
it means you're old.
I think by Nick muting himself, that was his definition of AARP. The sound's off and I'm talking away. All right, so the statement is this. The hiring of older coaches will speed up the rebuild process. Fact or cap? Hensley.
I would say that's I'll go with fact. I feel like it will speed up the the process. I agree with the statement. So yeah, I'll say fact.
I can't disagree with that. I think fact. You've got 4 seasoned coaches in their 60s and 70s, a wealth of experience. It's going to be the best coach division in football, and it's not even going to be remotely close. So fact.
Big fact.
All right. Everybody likes it. I guess I was in the minority. I don't know if I was in the minority, maybe in Chiefs Kingdom, that Spags wasn't going to get an opportunity because of his age and so forth. Maybe the fact that Pete's got a Super Bowl, national championships in college. I mean, the resume is a little bit deeper, but I think obviously I agree with this just because he's been there, done that. He did it when he went to USC. He did it when he went to Seattle. Obviously, those experiences back years ago in New England and New York have kind of shaped him. And Raiders should be in good shape if they get a quarterback, because again, that's the most important piece. But yeah, the guy being more experienced, the winner, that's going to speed things up. All right. Something that's out there now. I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen what the Pro Bowl has become, the Pro Bowl games. And I think nothing said more what the Pro Bowl games are now than watching the Bosa brothers in a walking race. That was in a relay, and it was I guess kind of cool if you watch the rest of it, because they had some fast guys running, and then they're using the football as a baton. But it's become almost like this whole sideshow to make it interesting for the fans, make it more fan friendly. Have
like Nickelodeon,
closer to the players. They're not wearing their helmets, whatever. Because the game had just deteriorated to just ridiculousness. Now, I am going to date myself. For those of you that are under 60, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sure Nick remembers this very well. But back in the day, the ABC, American Broadcasting Company, used to do a little thing called Battle of the Network Stars. Yes. They used to trot out all the stars from their respective series and shows of NBC, of CBS, of ABC, and they'd have all these crazy games that they would go up against each other. And nothing more, I guess, funny, humor, whatever you want to say, was when you'd see like some of these older actors trying to do the obstacle course. Some of the names, and I know this guy would probably work out before they did it. Robert Conrad, big dude, the original Jim West in the Wild Wild West. Gabe Kaplan from Wecklenbach Carter. Heather Locklear, Farrah Fawcett, Suzanne Summers, Patrick Duffy. The names go on forever. I think maybe at some point Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, whatever.
It was Bruce at the time.
He or she even participated in this thing. So that's kind of the feel that I get from it. But anyway, the statement is that this version of the All-Star Weekend, Pro Bowl, whatever you want to call it, is actually better than what the game used to be. And factor Cap.
I'll say Cap. I think they need to go back out there and playing ball. When what was that? What was the safety from the Redskins back in the day? It hit somebody.
Sean Taylor hit the punter.
And they need to go back to that.
Almost killed him.
Hey, you Titans out there, man. Hey, that's what it's about.
Well, that's one that you would look at and say, hey, this was a real game. But if you watched it the last few times they played the game, it was an embarrassment. Nobody was really hitting anyone. It was worse than the flag football thing. So that's kind of why it's gone the way it has. But yeah, if you could get everybody to play and play hard, I don't know how you do that though.
No, it's too late for that. But give me
that's a good point.
Give me Raquel Welch, Farrah Fawcett,
Charlton,
and Howard Cosell interviewing him.
Yeah,
I think that would
Monday
be a
Night Football crew.
I think a combination of athletes in the NFL and actors and actresses for the 2 days would be far more entertaining.
Yes. Is John being an echo? Is he being facetious? I don't. When he says just what we said right after we say it.
That's right. It is the Battle of the Network
Is
Stars.
he on John, are you on a delay or?
You know what's crazy though? I do like the skills challenge though. I do like the skills challenge to show off these guys' skill set and it remind me of Nickelodeon.
It didn't show off Joe Burrow's skill set.
Oh, Joe Burrow was hot money. Joe Burrow was clutch.
That's right, John. Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby, right? Bill Bixby was the scientist.
I don't think Mahomes can handle Joe. If Mahomes was in that challenge, Mahomes would have lost.
Man, he got stood up. He got stood up by what's his name? Sam Darnold. If Sam Darnold was throwing darts like he was last night, we would talk about the Vikings right now. But again, Sam Darnold was on fire.
Again, it's a lot easier to throw darts when there's no rush. And
come on, man, talk to him.
Play a real flag football game.
Talk to him, man.
All right, so that was just kind of I think I just wanted to work in my network or Battle of the Network Stars take. So thanks for indulging me. Okay, next one. Here's this. This could be like a diss for the Chiefs. Evidently, the police in New Orleans have warned Philadelphia fans not to climb the poles in the French Quarter. This is a thing in Philly. After they win games, they're climbing poles. I think in Philadelphia, they actually grease some of the poles so people can't climb them.
Little strippers, huh? That's what they are, little strippers.
But are the New Orleans police? Are the New Orleans police throwing some shade at the Chiefs here? Are they giving them a little something to think? Well, why are they warning the Philly fans? What's going on? They don't think Chiefs Kingdom is going to show up? What the hell, Hensley? What's happening here?
Yeah,
don't they know who the back-to-back champs are?
Well,
all right. So the statement is this. This is one more thing to fuel the Chiefs. Factor Cap.
I would say Cap because, the Eagles fans, they like sliding down poles and greasing them. So, hey. If that's their thing, if that's what get them to cheer more, slide down the post. But you will be arrested in New Orleans for sliding down posts. So I would say that's a cap.
Oh, so damn. Well, hey, if it's the rules down that way, then it's the rules, man.
Well,
you can't be sliding down poles.
Are the Eagle the cops are throwing shade at the Chiefs here?
I don't know how to answer this question. I'm just gonna say cap.
I'm right along with you, Nick. I'm gonna say cap, man.
Yeah, well, okay. If they're putting that thing up at whatever that Saquon's
how tall is the pole though?
I think the New Orleans police statement is going to go up on the
glazing
Chiefs bulletin
and
board
shit
too.
Crazy.
All right, so we've been talking about dynasties and the Chiefs dynasty and all this other stuff. And there've been several. Obviously, I mean the Packers kind of at the beginning of the Super Bowl era, they had won an NFL championship the year before and then won the next 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
So you'd have to say that was a dynasty. You had the Steelers in the 70s. You had the 49ers, the Patriots, the Cowboys in the early 90s. So you had like all these different dynasties. And I think the Chiefs have I'm sure they've already surpassed the Cowboys with Aikman and the triplets there and Jimmy Johnson and so forth. The 49ers, it was a little bit longer. They didn't win as many Super Bowls, so they might have passed them. But would you say the statement, Chiefs win this one, and that puts them ahead of the Steelers dynasty in the 70s?
I would say cap. That puts them above everybody. They win this. You did something nobody else had ever done. When they win this one, they did something nobody ever done. That puts you at the top. That's how I feel. So I'll say that would be a cap.
Yeah, I kind of see that argument, but I'm going to go fact. I think that puts him in second place all time.
Damn.
With the Patriots, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, the Patriots did it twice, 10 years apart. I think when the Chiefs win this game and then they go for the four-peat and win the four-peat, then, yeah, no dispute. No dispute.
Damn, you said a
yeah, I
four-peat.
think it's the – go ahead, Coach.
Oh,
Nah,
they're going to go –
good.
it's going to end at 5.
Go ahead, Coach.
Damn. I'm gonna go cap. I'm gonna go cap, man.
So
I think
it
they do that.
will not surpass the Steelers?
Damn, huh? I'm listening to Nick and shit. The whole damn thing. My bad. Nah, they will pass the Steelers. They will. So maybe I'm gonna go fact on this one.
Well, I think Nick's point is this, and I kind of look at it this way: is one, it's not going to be over yet, so I don't know that we really know. They definitely passed the Steelers in this case because now they will have won 4 and 6 years.
Hell yeah!
But the Patriots, I think, is just they didn't win any in those 10 years, but just the amount of success that they had over a 20-year run might be just slightly ahead. Now, the Chiefs have had an equal amount for the time that they've been running this, and that's pretty much been the last 7 years since kind of Patrick took over. So
the train guy's back.
They may need one more. So, to be at the very top, but it's it's just it's bar talk, right? I mean, there's always going to be a conversation, and you can say that Hensley, he could be right as well. So, All right. So I think Nick kind of alluded to this earlier, but I took it a one step further. But there've been Super Bowl, not just rematches, but quarterback rematches. Bradshaw, Staubach, Brady and Eli, Aikman and Kelly, and now Mahomes and Hurts. In those 3 times beforehand, the guy that won the first one also won the second one. So the statement is this: nothing but a meaningless coincidence. Has no bearing on this game, Hensley. Fact or cap?
I don't think it has no bearing on this game. I think it's going to come down to the, who protects the ball more, and whoever's, what quarterbacks protect the ball more. And I feel like, Patrick Mahomes is going to do that, show more. He ain't leaning on a running game or a running back with 3 legs. He said, "Hey, I'm going to get it done myself." So I would say that's a cap.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I mean, I think it has significance. It has significance because you've already been beaten by this guy. It's in your head.
Yeah.
Look at how the Bills were already inside their heads heading into the AFC Championship game and the comments they made post game. So, I'm going to go cap.
I'm going to go cap too. It just is personnel is different. So I'm going to go cap because the outcome might change. So, yeah, I'm going to go cap.
Okay. So I guess if it had 3 times, I guess that's kind of a trend, right? The first guy is just gonna win the game. I don't know if it has anything to do with the trend. It seems like a pretty neat thing because it has happened before, and you wouldn't think it's happened that many times in such a short time frame, because there've been other, similar teams playing each other. I think the Steelers and the Cowboys have played as many as 4 times in history. But it's, different players at the end of it. So, I'm going to say, I'm going to say it is fact. I don't think it's really going to have that much of a difference, going to bear that much of a meaning on the game. I think because the teams have changed over personnel, even though it's only been 2 years. So I'm going to go with fact there. All right.
Yeah, there it is.
So I think that's it, Hensley. I think that's all we have. The graphics department took the day off, so there you go.
Oh, we got new. We did KEKW. I don't know how y'all I'm supposed to say this name, but Q. Reed has to win 7 to be the GOAT. He said he had to win 7 to be the GOAT, man. I'm just saying, man. Again, like what I said, if they 3-peat, man, they put them on the upper echelon because that's never been done.
I agree.
Never been done, man.
All right, that's Factor Cap, brought to you by UnderdogFantasy.com. Check out their website and please put in the code Chiefs Blitz so you can become one of the blitzers online that are playing one of the greatest fantasy games out there.
Hell yeah, man. He said Bills is the GOAT.
He's got his point.
Hey, man.
We'll have this conversation after the Super Bowl week.
The Bills are go. Hey, man, I mean, if they 3-peat, I don't know. If the Chiefs 3-peat, man, I don't know. I got to put them surpass that. That
will be the lead of every sports talk show the next day. Will be is
this whole week
is Andy Reid the GOAT now in coaching? Is Patrick now the GOAT in quarterback conversation because he's now 1-3?
It's never been done, gentlemen. It's never been done. Nick talking about 4-peat, and I said, "Damn, Nick, hold on, shit, 5-peat."
Yeah, we got to be careful. We got to be careful. We got to be careful when we say 3-peat.
Yeah.
Pat Riley does have that phrase like patented, copyrighted. So
it's going to be. We got to make something.
We got to make something else. We got to make something else up. I
don't care. It's going to be very difficult to enforce. So
he said they can 3-peat and he still won't be better than Pat. Hey, my man said this.
Like I said, we'll have this conversation another day.
How about the Chiefs trifecta?
There you go.
There it is. But BG said 5 is the magic number. We can't.
The hat trick.
Hey, 5 is the magic number, he says, man. I'm just saying. That's good. What my guy say, Tilly say, that's a good reason to not stop at 3. I mean, hell, guys. I mean,
well, they will come back and play next year.
They will,
regardless. This just
and they may have a better team next year.
If they do come to camp, they're going to put their
come on, Brady beat Pat, man. Hey, buddy. Hey, Kate, man, you're right. Brady did beat Pat, AFC Championship and the Super Bowl, but
KEKW. Again, I'm always asking about the avatars. Who's that lovely gentleman in your avatar?
Go ahead.
Like he's wearing a tuxedo.
Man. He means business. Look like my man, whoever that is, means business.
Hey. He mean business.
They mean business, man. I think Brady had a chance.
Bronco too. We love having you on. Appreciate
you know what, guys. If Brady was to go be 18-0, it still won't. That's right. What Mahomes going to do. Mahomes is going to get it done.
That's right.
All right, Lou, that's your guy, Rositas. Who is that?
Should I know who that is? I
don't know. Rositas sound like you know.
Yeah.
The Chiefs.
I don't know. I still need more.
This is a good topic, man. We talking about let's ride. Who's riding?
For the Broncos country, that's what he.
Okay, I gotta say, I'll make an assumption. Yes, right. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, Broncos team's always welcome here. He's a good dude. All right.
So with that said, man, hey, let's get into our sponsors before we close out, guys.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes, with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who.
Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, the guys at Resell Electronics. Roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence. Stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell with a C, electronics.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're ready. All right, woof woof indeed.
Go Underdog.
They got a new special. They got a new special coming
good.
out. We'll talk about that on Monday.
Okay.
We appreciate the guys very much. So, gentlemen, Hense, Lou,
NBA,
Andre,
college basketball.
Was that
Let's go.
we love you guys.
Hey.
We'll be back on Monday at 1:30.
Hey.
The Chiefs arrive in New Orleans Sunday late afternoon as they prepare for Super Bowl 59 in the Big Easy.
Hey, tell Tom, man, we're going at 1:30, man. I know you be a little late. I know you wouldn't get into the
Catch
meat,
it.
man. But no,
It's all
we're
right.
going at
Catch us on
1:30, man.
YouTube, buddy.
Catch us on the
man.
replay. Catch us on the replay.
Yeah,
It's all
man.
good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace out. Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Who's he smacking on, man?